Hello everyone, today is Tuesday the 7th of October 2025. Approximately, I think it's about 12:05 p.m. Sydney time. So I got this briefing about how how I'm going to visit my relatives on the 23rd of October 2025 with my mom and my niece to go to Sawanakhet province and Baksir to visit our relatives. But we're from Sawanakhet. I have relatives in that are working in Baksir, so we're going to visit them and everything. I'm just going to stay with them for 2 weeks, and later on their second Friday or the second week, the second week of being staying with them, we're gonna drive to my house in Sawanakhet and to come to my land and everything. So just to show my relatives, which is my little sister, my brother-in-law, and two nieces, what we have and everything, so that they would know for themselves that what we have and it's our relative, our family. Because I got all my nieces and nephews, like my cousins' children and grandchildren, to go to school. I tell them that even you don't go to school yourself, at least your children and grandchildren go, so they would know how important is the family is, and everything. Because some people don't know this, but some people think that um, they don't know this, they don't know the reason. Because in the school, when they teach you in preschool, kindergarten, primary school, high school, they teach you the thing about family and having friends, having a partner, and having children, and having career, and having ambitions in life and stuff like that. All those type of things, which is the reason why you go to school and learn things and everything, to meet new people, how you be around people and everything and stuff like that. The people who don't go to school have different imagination towards other people. Their imagination is something different, which you would know and everything. When you go to school and you see a relative that don't go to school, how their outlook, the more, or it's totally different and everything and stuff like that, and everything. It's like that, because you would think that if you sat down and talk about something, your relative would understood it, because the communication, the language, the subject or the context and everything is very important. People who have a understanding of everything will have something that they know about and talk about and everything. And the people who don't want to blab on about all the narratives in any way in the community, like the pub, the bar, the restaurant, the club, the tavern, the casino, the hotel, the restaurant, the venue, the sporting games, and the arcades and everything. The people who go regular here are some sort of addictions. It's either drug addictions, alcohol addictions, or gambling addictions. It's one of these three or all these three and everything. And that's the truth what the teacher tells us about people who go to these type of places, regardless of what they want to say, and regardless of what anyone tell you or anything and everything like that. And you should know this. So that's why I tell my cousin, if even if you don't go to school, or my nephew, or my niece, even if you don't go to school, at least your children go to school, because there will be somebody, and everything. Just because you didn't care and you didn't give a shit or anything, at least you tell your children who are my relatives to go to school, because that's important. They find out who they are in the community, in our country, and everywhere around the world. They will increase their standing, step up, and gain level, which is important. Don't think it's not important. Don't think it's rules are for going to school, getting a degree, master, PhD, or anything. Don't think that. Don't think that the other relatives who have no education whatsoever, and they're getting so rich, 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 and everything is like so rich, 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 and everything. You don't know how it is for them. We know who are educated, know how it is for them, and everything. You should know this. So God. You should make analysis when you see them, the relative who have no education, and everyone talk about them big as in rich, rich, rich and everything. How do you know they're rich? So there you go. It's like that. So there you go. So beware, and everything. And I want my niece and nephew to know that we have we have what we have. We should increase more and everything. So you learn how to count and do maths. Get a piece of paper, get a pen, a pencil, and try to calculate how many fruit trees we have, how many dogs, cats, horses, cows, all the donkeys, pigs, ducks, geese, chickens, all of it, how much we have and everything, and all the types of vegetables we grow and everything, and everything. You write it down how much we got, and you would know that we got lots, and everything. Don't think in your imagination that we don't have anything, because that will create an impediment in your imagination when you go into the social circle, when you go to school, when you go to the shops and everything, and everything. Don't think that. Just know that we have, and everything. That's all. People might say stuff about anyone. They probably say that about your parents for being low economic, not having education. That's true, and everything. So if they did count how many things they got, wouldn't be that much. But since you're educated, you know how to count, know how to read, know how to write. Mess in the front yard, know how to talk and everything, and you have some sort of interest in some subject or context, and then you build up like that, like how everyone build up. Like for example, I'm interested in science, and that's why I build up like that and everything. So you find something you want to do and you build up on it and everything. Don't be like your mom or your dad, who are my relative, who didn't give a shit. When they didn't give a shit about their own self, their family and relative, and everyone in our bloodline and heritage, and everyone in our country, that creates like impediment, that creates a barrier for themselves and everyone around them. And they don't see it. They don't know this, straight girl. They don't know this, and the people they hang out with are losers, are fugly major losers and everything. And you know this, straight girl. It's not like they can do anything. Even you need help, they won't be able to help you, because first of all, they don't know anyone, and the people they know are not someone who can help them. It's just the syndicates running the game with everyone. Someone higher than them telling them what to do every single day, like being a slave, being a customer service, being a waitress, being someone who tells you do this, do that for me every single day. That's how they're living, and everything. And you should know who these people are. That's in a relative that's like that, and everything. Even they want to be business owner or whatever, they listen to all the other people tell them what to do, because they have no information. They don't have education to do anything. They listen to narratives that told by syndicates how to do this. And when you listen to them tell you, it makes you more um, not 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 no not more like impediments in your imagination, and more impediments in how you're thinking and everything so much and everything, because these people don't know anything. If they think really to make you make it, they don't, because we have relatives who had a business, and what happened? And you know that what happened when a business is stopped, it goes bankrupt. They don't have a business anymore, and that's what all the relatives know, and everyone in our country, Savannah-Cat, Tianjin, Olympus, Riva, Nebula, Universe, Multiverse know this too, that this relative of yours got fat tongue. Listen to all the syndicates and listen to that and everything, and you know who I'm talking about. Straight on. So you should know that they have nothing to be able to undo this. It's not like they're going to be able to open another business. Where they're going to get the money? Straight on and everything. So this is another impediment they created for themselves and everything. And same with not having education, having losers as friends, no ambitions, no set goals, and just living for the sake of I can because I'm in their imagination, their circles of friends are like that. And when they open a business, the business went bankrupt In our language, it's called Jeng, So when the business went bankrupt, what happened? People talk about it everywhere, and you know what they talk about and everything, So it goes. So if you think all these issues, these 5 issues that they created for themselves, they can still go, oh, I'm ini, like I'm ini to everyone like that. It's not like that, because the reason why they still want to act like that, around some people, when they see the other people, they don't act like that. These people, you would say are bipolar or some sort of something, whatever it is and everything. So you have to know all these people in their syndicates are fugly major laws, so which are these people you don't want to know and everything. If you see them, don't talk to them. You have the right to say, I don't know you, don't talk to me. That's what you should say to them, And they dare, then you bring it on. So it goes. And you know what I'm talking about when I say bring it on. So don't hang around with these people. You have to know who to hang out with. You have to hang out with the people who want to graduate. When you go to school, you want to hang around with students who want to learn, who want to graduate, who are friends for real, who are helping each other. If you don't know how to do this, they will teach you. If they don't know how to do this and you know how to do it, you teach them. That's how the friendship, the mutualism in the friendship is like that. Like my friends in the school, in the college, university, that's why I graduate, and everything. And you know this, and you have to have teachers who have done a lot of things in their life, and everything, are well balanced, who got degrees from top universities or qualification of top university colleges, and you would know that they have this based on how they are and everything. If the teacher's going to talk to you about America being whoever that much, then you would know that that teacher's a syndicate. If the teacher's going to talk about Europe being whoever that much, then that teacher's syndicate. If the teacher's going to talk about UK being whoever, then that teacher's syndicate. If the teachers really went to a top university like what I go to, with stats score of 100 plus and graduate and everything, they will tell you, who would be your friend, who will be your allies, who is the one that the country getting all the products, goods, commodities, service from, who would actually come, and help you, because they see interest that you have a market for them. They sell all these products, goods, commodities, and service and everything, even if it's like not that much people in the population, but a lot of people would still buy, and they either buy it every single day or once a week or once a month, and that's still a lot of profit, isn't it? So that's how they see it, business mind, this market that we have and everything. You don't think that someone from whoever in America, Europe, UK is gonna come rescue you, because they're not. So it goes. Even if someone leg spread for someone, if your leg spread without no negotiation, then they don't pay you. You don't get anything, and that's what a lot of them fall in the trap talk. It might be fun. I'm eating at the club, at the bar, at the restaurant, the hotel, casino, tavern, venue, gaming, arcade, like that and everything, but it's not. Those people who are like that in those areas have nothing. And that's true, because we have people in our family who actually associate with all these type of whatever, and they have nothing, so it goes. The nothing that we talk about is the education, the social networks that can help you, and the family members who would say, oh, ini to them, which they don't. No one's going to say you're ini or anything when they know that you have a scrub as a husband, scrub as a wife, and dumb children's, and etc., and everything. If you want to say you got a house, land, car, and asset, how do you pay it off? You have to work 6-7 days a week like a dog and everything, they tell you what to do, everything like that and everything. So do you want to be like that? There you go. And that's the truth, How aboutในvideo blog how? And that's the truth, So don't be like them. I don't want you to be like them. I want you to have education, step up, find some sort of something in life that you want to do. Like for example, I did science, วิทยาศาสตร์ and I stepped up to it, and I graduated. And that's how important it is in life. And I'm a recording artist for Universal Music Movie International BB USA. The head company is in Netherlands. because it's owned by a Netherlands company. It's owned by Netherlands, but has branched everywhere around the world. The contract I have is with the US, the one in US in Santa Monica. Okay, I have to go now. So you know what I'm talking about. So tell everyone that you have, even your little children, you bring my niece and nephew, and even my students at school. I teach them to always to know to step up and everything. You may think that what I tell you is nothing when you're little. You would know that when I tell you as you get older, that's what Otsa mean. Your teacher, Otsa said that's what he meant. When I was little, I understood anything the teacher talked about, and I told my friends and everything and stuff like that. But you may think the author telling you something and it's whatever, but it's not, straight girl. I'm teaching you like what my teachers tell me, so you would think it in everything, Because I don't want you to be a loser. I don't want you to be a fugly loser. I don't want you to be having nothing or anything. Even people tell you have nothing, you prove it you have a lot, and everything. And you that would know this, straight girl. It's more than just the money and everything that I'm talking about that people know. And then when you do something, they won't be able to fathom you. They won't be able to discredit you. Regardless, anyone in all over America, Europe, UK, Australia, Tasmania, New Zealand, or anywhere else, Africa, or any in Pacific Ocean countries such as Philippines, Indonesia, Singapore, Malaysia, either want to act like that, they're being arrogant, adamant, redundant, ignorant, and stubborn because they know that when they compare themselves and when they compare their citizens, their people in their country, they know that they are just fantastic, fabulosa, and they, whoever in their country, are fugly major loser, dropkicks, doormats, and everything. And there's a scientific word for all these words I can use and tell you, if I would tell you in scientifically what it means and everything. Just look in the dictionary. Like there's a scientific dictionary. There's all the words how to say it scientifically. You went to court, you can say it scientifically. That's what the teachers tell us. You don't call someone a fugly bitch in court. You say it in a scientific way. My client, Otsa Alec Corvinus, don't want to hang around with whoever in the school because this and that, and I say it scientifically and everything. And that's how you say it, because everything in the courts is based on scientific evidence and saying scientific words, the big words. You don't say the words that the lay person in the whole country understood. In the courts, it's formal words, formal languages. Okay, so okay, now you know. So now you know. Okay, peace. I'm gonna cut the grass in the front yard. Goodbye.